Hey everyone, my name is Lucy Brown, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my audition process so far for universities and drama schools. So I'm going to tell you which ones I've auditioned for, and where I'm at in the audition process. So today is Sunday the 18th of April when I'm filming this, and at this point in time I have auditioned for everywhere that have told me we want an audition from you, and I have sent them all the stuff that they need to decide whether they want me or not. So I'm going to go through the first few. So I'm going to tell you all the universities / drama schools that I've applied to, and then we're going to crack into it. So I have applied to Guildford School of Acting for musical theatre, Chichester University for musical theatre, West London University for musical theatre, Momentum Performing Arts Academy for musical theatre, and then the last one was Wimbledon College, I believe, for acting. Now, I chose these 5 because I chose 4 musical theatre ones because that's really what I want to do. So I've got those 4 that are like major, want to, here's sort of the plan, let's go for it. And then I had the Wimbledon College one as a backup, or because it's a continuation on from the course that I'm on at the moment. So yeah, in a way. So let's start off with Wimbledon first, because I've already gone through the entire process of that, and I have posted a video already on my channel about the sort of interview type thing that I did. Again, it was only like me prepping for it, a time lapse of me actually doing it, and then me talking about it afterwards, seeing how I went with it. Whereas now I'm going to talk to you about like how the process went. So they basically asked for a portfolio to begin with. So I can't remember exactly what was needed for the portfolio, but I seem to remember something to do with like, what shows have you been in, what characters have you done, how would you play certain characters, and a review of a show, I think. So there was probably 4 or 5 things that I had to send through. And so I sent it through, and there was an initial time period where they're like, we need to send by this date so we can start looking at everybody's stuff, and then we can see if we want to interview you or not. And I got an interview, so as you saw in the video previously that I uploaded, I thought it went kind of well, but I wasn't 100% sure because I was nervous. Let's admit it. This was the first interview I've done for any, like, the first virtual interview that I'd ever done, where they were expecting me to talk most of the time, and I'm not a chatty person, even though on here I seem to talk for hours and hours and hours. Or I could talk for hours and hours and hours on here, but put me in front of an interviewer and ask questions about roles and stuff like that I've done, then I start to freeze up and like, They also asked for a personal statement, and I wrote musical theatre on thing, and like, so why did you write musical theatre, sort of thing. I was like, yeah, this is where it's going to be an issue, because my personal statement says this and you don't do this. So yeah. So after that, about a week or so later, I got an email saying I was unsuccessful. I wasn't surprised. In a way, I was slightly gutted about this, but I also wasn't surprised about it, because I didn't do great in the interview, and there were obviously other interviewees that did so much better than I did, and yeah. So that's basically the Wimbledon side of things. I've not got a place, I'm not going there next year. It's a goodbye, it's a throw in the bin, because that's not really what I wanted to do anyway, so we've moved that to the side. The next set of stuff that the next university that sort of talked to me was University of West London, and so they asked for also another similar sort of portfolio type thing, but also with videos. So they wanted to hear my voice, and they wanted a couple monologues. Don't seem to remember them asking for any dances, because I don't think I did any dances for them, but I believe it was just like portfolio stuff, and for videos like a monologue, a recent musical theatre song, a pre-1965 musical song, and a song from a musical turned into a dramatic monologue. Now this was an experience for me. I haven't heard anything from them at the moment, but I sent it in just before Christmas, and I haven't heard back from them at all. So I have no idea how I'm going to go with that, or what's going to happen with that, or whatever. But we live, we learn, we love, we pray in a way, because I'd literally be able to cycle to there every day. Since my phone says it would take half an hour, it probably could take me an hour to get there on my bike at the moment, but it's not too far for me to cycle, so I'd be willing to do it. And yeah, since it's not far from where I live, in theory, it's like a 10-20 minute car journey and a half an hour to an hour bike ride, so pretty close to where I live in theory. So I'm just waiting to find out from West London what's going to happen with that, if they want to pursue me any further, if they say sorry, no, we're not going to take you. But yeah, so then I had emails over Christmas and over the beginning of January to say, right, these were all emails from Chichester, Guildford School of Acting, and Momentum Performing Arts Academy, and they were all like, right, so Guildford School of Acting needed 2 songs and dance routines that they sent videos on for the dance routines, because they usually do first round auditions, and that's usually all you get to show in the first round audition. So you get to sing and you get to dance, which I feel like my dance was probably there. Maybe I was slightly off, because I'm not used to dancing really. Well, I am used to dancing because I've danced for something like 15 years of my entire life, and I'm 20, so only like 5 years I didn't really dance properly. Obviously the first few years of my life I wasn't dancing because I was a child and a baby and whatever, and these last couple of years I haven't really danced, or last year I didn't really dance and whatever. So I was just trying to get back into the swing of things there, and then don't think they asked me for a routine. I think they just asked for several different parts of like pliés, jumps, stretches, and stuff like that. So just real simple activities really. And then the 2 songs that they wanted to be under 2 minutes long each. So it wasn't too long of them so it didn't take too long for them to look over everything and calculate everything, whatever. And so they didn't get back to me. They put it on UCAS. They haven't talked to me or anything, and UCAS just popped up saying, oh, you have a thing on your tracker thing on UCAS, go check it out. And it turned out they have not wanted me. So I am again got 2 places so far that don't want me, and 1 place that I've no idea what's happening on with that. So then let's talk about Momentum Performing Arts Academy. Now they have, I feel like they've been the most willing to chat with me. So they were basically like, it would be nice if possible to have your audition stuff all before the end of January. And this is where I went, well, you want dance stuff and I can't do it at home because I literally, this is my bedroom space, I'm going to show it to you. Literally, the width is about just over the length of my legs. Just over the width of my, no, the length of my legs and a little bit more width-wise, and then I've got like just over my body length in floor space, so I literally don't have that much space, and I can't really do it outside in my garden simply because it was winter and too cold, and I didn't have enough space to really like learn everything for it, and I had to also create my own solo for it as well. So that didn't really work out in a sense. So I emailed them back saying, hi, yes, sorry I can't actually send you footage in time. Would you allow me an extension, because I have no space anywhere really to record these dances for you, and I really want to show you what I can do. And they're like, yeah, that's fine, just let us know roughly when you're going to send them. I said, so probably sometime in March, because that's when I'll be able to get back into the studio and really sort of get back into at college, because that's really the only space I have when creating dances and stuff. So I was like, right, then is when I'm going to do it. So I started learning everything one day, and then the next I recorded everything, and yeah. So once I recorded all that, they asked for I think it was their routine, a routine I created, leaps, turns, and there was something else, but I can't remember why, for the dance element. And then for the singing element, again, I think they only asked for 1 song this time, and it was under 2 minutes as well. So I went, no, was it under 2 minutes? I'm not sure. It was either a full song or just one that lasted 2 minutes or whatever. So that's what I chose to do. And then they wanted a monologue. Yes, they wanted a monologue, which I also recorded and then sent to them. So I then edited all of that footage together, and they asked to send it, for me to send it to them via WeTransfer. And yeah, so I sent it over to them, and I've heard recently from them, and they've said, we'd like to interview you. So I'm looking forward to that. At the moment, I haven't done that interview yet. It is on the 24th of sorry, I spaced out there. It's on the 24th of April, so literally in about 4 days time from when I'm recording this, probably a few days time for when you're all seeing this. If you would, I might record the day sort of thing leading up to it, because I have a morning session with them, and then I have a interview with them, and then I don't know what happens after that. But I'm basically at college in the interview, so I'm going to have to step outside and go into a different room like 5 minutes before, so I can connect up everything. And yeah, and beforehand I'll be at home to watch the information that they want to give us to begin with. So yeah, so that's where we are at the moment with Momentum Performing Arts Academy. So far we've had 2 no's, 1 no idea, and 1 interview. Now to a time to talk about Chichester. Now this one again, they had one long 16-minute video that they wanted us to learn pliés, jumps, turns, leaps, a routine, and maybe a couple of other things that I can't think of right now. But they asked for a whole long dance video. They've also asked for a monologue and a song. I think it was 2 songs. It was either 2 songs or 1 song. That was the whole entire song. I think it's so. I think it was 1 song, and they wanted it for the whole song. So I recorded all that again during the same time I recorded the stuff for GSA and what's it called again? PAA. And they basically, I sent it all to them because they basically wanted a YouTube link of everything compiled together, so I compiled everything together, uploaded it to YouTube. You guys can't see it because, again, it was supposed to be a link unlisted one, which means you send the link and only they can watch it, basically. So I did that, sent them the link, and then waited for a little bit. Recently I had an email from them saying that I was unsuccessful because I just missed out on the marks or whatever that they needed for me to go into the triple threat course. But they have offered, well, they haven't offered yet, but they've said if I emailed this one person, they can give me some tips on my vocal and maybe be considered for a different course, maybe a slightly different course or whatever. So I emailed that person, haven't heard back from them at all, but I did send it to them on Thursday, I think it was, and I said if I don't hear back by them on Monday, I will email on Tuesday morning, just to make sure that he's got the email. But yeah, so this is where I'm at so far. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up, because it really helps out my channel, and I like seeing a thumbs up. Makes me feel like I'm actually, people are liking my content, and yes, I do see my views go up, and we'll see how many views I can get on a video. My highest so far I think is like 75 views, but that's in like months of it being uploaded. So, and my most recent video that I uploaded just the other day has probably got something like 30 something views. So if we can get this one to 45 views within a week of upload, that would be amazing. And yeah, and at the moment I've got 5 subscribers. Hi, I see you all 5 of you. If you would like to subscribe, no pressure, but if you would like to, hit the red subscribe button down below, and suggest anything else in the comments that you would like to see from me. Anything you want. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye!